Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your severe weather source for the northern mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. We're going to start this morning with the infrared satellite picture, and what I want to show here is that the northern mid-Atlantic is sandwiched between three different air masses. And between those three different air masses, we have disturbances developing over the Great Lakes and diving southeast towards the mid-Atlantic coast. Now, if you're in Connecticut or the Hudson River Valley or even portions of extreme northern Long Island, you're under the influence of a cool, dry Canadian air mass. This is supported by an upper level low that is stationed over the Canadian Maritimes. Meanwhile, over the rest of the northern mid-Atlantic, especially the Philadelphia metropolitan area, the air mass in place is a warm, somewhat humid, slightly unstable air mass. Temperatures are basically near normal, and this air mass is not that conducive for severe weather, but can support showers and thunderstorms through the help of disturbances that are developing over the eastern Great Lakes and diving southeast. That's why showers and thunderstorms developed over the Philadelphia metropolitan area this morning, and then quickly weakened as the disturbances weakened as they moved southeast. High pressure is currently in place over Virginia, and that will allow a lot of these disturbances to weaken before reaching the northern mid-Atlantic. So I'm not really expecting much in the way of significant rainfall, but do be on the lookout for a few isolated showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, and those showers and thunderstorms will be capable of producing very heavy downpours. And then to the southwest, over the Tennessee River Valley and around Kentucky and Tennessee, we have a stationary boundary and a warm front. Now, this boundary behind it has very warm air, very humid air, and the air mass is extremely unstable. That air mass is what's moving towards the northern mid-Atlantic by tomorrow, and that air mass means trouble for many locations throughout the northern mid-Atlantic. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite picture, and I'll show you why. So our water vapor satellite picture again shows our three different air masses set up. And what I want to draw your attention to is the air mass behind this warm front. First, let's look at the upper level winds, which are in blue, ahead of this strong disturbance sitting over the plains. Now the upper level winds are from the southwest, which will drive this warm front right through the northern mid-Atlantic tonight and put us in a very warm and humid air mass by tomorrow morning. In fact, temperatures by tomorrow will be in the mid to upper 80s over many locations, a few lower 90s possible over the Delaware River Valley. But the big thing that you'll notice tomorrow will be the significant increase in humidity. So what does this mean? Well, when you have a very warm and humid air mass, that means that the air mass is very unstable and showers and thunderstorms are more able to develop. But what I'm keying on is the fact that the wind shear, the difference between the winds at the surface to the upper levels, is going to be very strong. At the surface, we'll have winds from the south and southeast, but at the upper levels, they'll be coming in from the southwest and the west. And when you have that type of wind shear, it supports the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms to develop. The only thing we'll need will be disturbances. And as you can see on the water vapor satellite picture over much of the Mississippi River Valley, there are plenty of disturbances moving through this very warm and unstable air mass, which means that showers and thunderstorms will be capable of developing at almost any time. Tomorrow afternoon will be our first real chance of seeing some severe thunderstorms. Now, not everyone will see a thunderstorm. In fact, some locations will remain completely dry. But where these thunderstorms do develop, they can become very strong and will be capable of large hail, very heavy downpours, frequent lightning, strong wind gusts. I'm very concerned about downburst winds. That's when very cool air at 500 millibars is rain cooled and it races to the ground and kind of acts like a hammer right on the surface. And it could create a significant amount of damage. Another aspect that we're concerned about will be tornadoes. So clearly we're looking at a rather dynamic air mass setting up for the northern mid-Atlantic starting on Wednesday. And the problem is that this upper level disturbance is moving towards the St. Lawrence River Valley, which means this cold front that will eventually clear out this air mass does not reach the northern mid-Atlantic until maybe Saturday morning. And that means that the northern mid-Atlantic, New York City and Philadelphia, especially locations away from the immediate shore, will have a potential for strong to severe thunderstorms every afternoon this week. So we're going to be on our toes, that is for sure. Let's take a look at the latest forecast. This is the GFS forecast via the Penn State E-Wall website for Saturday morning. As you can see, we have a very strong upper level disturbance, at this point upper level low, sitting over the St. Lawrence River Valley. Our low pressure system is also in the St. Lawrence River Valley, and we have our trailing cold front that will move through the northern Mid-Atlantic on Saturday morning. Now behind this cold front, the temperatures and dew points rapidly drop. But ahead of this cold front, we're going to continue to see a threat for showers and thunderstorms. Now, right now, the forecast is for this cold front to move through on Saturday morning, which means the rest of the weekend is going to be rather pleasant with clearing skies, a significant drop in humidity, and temperatures running around near normal in the upper 70s to mid 80s. However, there is some question on just how fast this cold front will move through. So Saturday is going to be a little bit dicey to see whether or not we're going to see this cold front move through fast enough. Right now, I like the idea of the cold front moving through Saturday morning and then clearing out in the afternoon. But again, we're going to have to keep an eye on this development. We have high pressure over the plains that will eventually build eastward into the northern Mid-Atlantic. And then by Sunday afternoon, high pressure will be moving over Chicago. And this high pressure system will continue to drift slowly to the east, eventually reaching the Mid-Atlantic coast by the middle of next week. Now, before the middle of next week, the high pressure system will import a cool Canadian air mass where temperatures are going to average near normal, upper 70s to mid 80s for highs, and the humidity is going to remain very low. So it's going to be very pleasant weather conditions. We could still be at a threat for a few scattered showers and thunderstorms over parts of Connecticut and the Hudson River Valley, depending on how strong this upper level low is and where exactly it's positioned on Sunday and Monday. However, by the middle of next week, this high pressure system will move towards the Mid-Atlantic coast, and that means our southwesterly flow will return, and with it, the humidity and warmer temperatures. So it looks like we're going to be in for another bout of at least very warm and humid conditions, possibly hot conditions, depending if the air mass over the Tennessee River Valley is able to drive far enough north ahead of our next trough that will approach over southeastern Canada. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA Weather as your severe weather source for the northern Mid-Atlantic. Should severe thunderstorms develop today, or especially tomorrow, you trust in NYNJPA Weather as your weather source on Twitter, Facebook, and of course at nynjpaweather.com. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.